EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to showcase the finest young golfers from around the globe. From just west of Calgary at Banff Springs, it's live first-round coverage of the Canadian Championship. This is going to be a compelling 4 days of golf. A lot of storylines to follow as we move through the weekend, and we take a look at the leaderboard here in round one. We've got a tie at the top at 3 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer looking to get off to a hot start and maybe make an early move up the AM leaderboard. We'll get out to the action here as we pick things up on the par 4 6th hole. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. Not a lot of divot marks down here. A big drive, and now his second from close range. From 4 feet for birdie. Okay, nicely played. That's in for birdie here at 6. Now to the second par 5 on this opening 9. Frank, this is a pretty long hole, 602 yards.
Well, it's called hoodoo. You know what hoodoo means? It means bad luck, actually, so you don't really want to be thinking about that on this tee shot. 602 yards, if you belt one off the tee, well, you might avoid the bad luck.
I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect and a good result as well. Frank, a chance to get home in 2 here on this par 5?
You would think so after a good tee shot, Rich. A very long, narrow green. The best shot would be to hit a nice, high, towering second shot, but anything that pitches on the front is going to skip forward.
Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Yeah, well done. It's back-to-back birdies here on this front side. Now to hole number 8. It's another par 3 with some water. Frank, only 150 yards. This is the shortest hole in the golf course.
But distance control is still very important here. If you can get the right distance, you could perhaps aim 10 or 15 feet left of the flag. You're only going to have a 10 or 15-foot putt. So just think of that. Water on the right there. Maybe just aim a little further to the left. You can still make birdie.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Now a second to this par 3. Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he'll stay at -3. So we'll round out the front side here at Banff Springs with a par 5 and reasonably short at only 501 yards.
So very reachable because of that yardage that you just referenced. Hole bends a little bit to the right. You can favor the left side with a tee shot. It's just going to make that angle on the second a little bit easier.
Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. Well within range from here. A second now to the par 5. Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. So a chance now to bring this par 5 to its knees. A long eagle putt. Okay, I'd call that an acceptable effort from that range. Okay, his fine play continues. He is dialed in as the short birdie putt here gets him to 4 under for his round. Getting ready to start the back 9 here at Banff Springs. And Frank, you better be ready on this 10th tee. This requires a good shot.
Even though the hole looks like it bends towards the right, the best access to this hole is actually a little draw off that tee. That's the direction of the green. So a nice high draw in here.
Boy, this is just way too much club for a front hole location. That was completely overcooked. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. That's going to leak out to the right and trickle away. Not the right read there. Okay, that one in for a bogey here at 10. And he's going to slide backwards to 3 under par. Yes, a good position to be in after day one for our featured golfer. Just a shot back and playing well.
Yeah, there or thereabouts. I think that's a good indicator that they're certainly going to be in contention come Sunday.
So, for Frank Nobilo, Nota Begay III, and Iona Stephen, I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time on EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to feature some of the best young talent in the world of golf. From the Canadian Rockies and Banff Springs, live second-round coverage of the Canadian Championship. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. We've got a tie at the very top at 4 under to this point. We get into the action here starting at the par 3 fourth. Okay, he'll have putter in hand, but a long look coming up from the back portion of this green. So now this for birdie down the hill, and it's going to pick up speed as it goes. Oh, that is a really good putt. Got it to throw out the anchor right near the hole. That's well done. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4, and he'll remain 3 shots off the pace. Back on the tee here at Banff Springs, fifth hole, 424-yard par 4. What's the setup here, Frank?
Well, it's very tempting to try and hit a draw because that's the way in which the hole is shaped. But the main goal is to make sure that you can take that second bunker, the one on the left side, out of play with that tee shot.
Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony, but a great result in the fairway. A little under 90 yards left here for his second.
That's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
That's going to scoot a foot or two by. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5, and he'll remain at 1 under par. Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 sixth hole, reasonably short at 373 yards. A lot of golfers arrive at a hole like this and they'll think, well, I'm just going to blast it away because it's such a short 4. You think these kinds of holes require a little more thinking?
They certainly do, Rich. If you can't drive it to the front edge of the green, there's no point really trying to hit it through that narrow neck.
Oh, that is squeezing every inch of distance out of the golf swing. That was as powerful as you're going to see. So after a big drive, just a little chip remaining here for his second from short of the green. Ten-foot putt left. Oh, right by the hole. The longer putts, you don't mind as much. The short ones, they tend to sting. Safely in for par here at the 6th. And he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. Well, Frank, how about this hole? 602 yards of par 5, although I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. It's 602 yards these days for a long hitter.
What do you say? It's a drive and a 7-iron?
That's a mid-range par 5.
Well, yeah, 2 woods, the longer hitters will definitely get at home there, especially in good conditions. But bunker down the left, avoid that, carry that, and then we can think about the second shot.
That is so well done, just generating so much torque through the swing, high launch angle. That was just about perfect.
And that second shot on this par 5, it just came out too low, came out like a bullet. That first bounce, it wasn't going to stop. Second bounce wasn't going to stop, and just ran over the back.
Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Nope, couldn't get that one on target. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he'll remain right where he is. Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole.
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. When that flag's on the right, it's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
Here we go. Yeah, very good shot, taking it in right of the hole, and a good look upcoming. This from about 10 feet. Okay, right on line. That's a birdie here at the 8th. And he moves it to 2 under par. Just love the variety here on the front side, Frank, coming off that short par 3/8. Now we go to another par 5 to round out the side, 501 yards.
And the third par 5, an interesting front 9 here. 3 par 5s, 3 par 3s, and 3 par 4s. This one, not the longest par 5, but still reachable. This one, you have to be a little bit careful, though. This is probably the toughest driving hole on the front 9 with regard to par 5s.
This one working up the right side. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. Now a big spot here for something good. This is a short second to the par 5. That one had to feel good.
Yeah, it struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. Okay, he'll finish that off from a couple of feet away, and that is a birdie. So our featured golfer here, pretty solid through the first 2 days, safely through to the weekend and squarely in the conversation.
That's right, Rich. Get off to a good start tomorrow, throw a few birdies in it.
EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to bring you this look at the future stars in the sport of golf. Just minutes off the Trans-Canada Highway, Banff Springs, the site for live third-round coverage of the Canadian Championship. Well, if yesterday was any indication, we should be in for a memorable weekend of golf here as we take in the leaderboard on this Saturday. A number of folks in contention, including our leader. So out to the action we go as we join the play on the tee at the par 5 7th hole. Maybe some frustrations taken out there after that last hole. That was a big swing, and it is going to be a big result.
That second shot got all the way down by the green, but in the bunker. So we'll have to see what the explosion shot can do from here. Really need a birdie right now.
Yeah, big explosion. Got it to stop quickly, and that will be a birdie opportunity coming up. Brushed in. It is a birdie here at 7. And he's going to get this to 3 under par. Here we are at the 150-yard 8th. Another par 3 with a tee shot over water. Short, and you're wet again. Long, and you're in the sand. Center of the green is where you want to be. Okay, center of the green. Good shot. Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
And this is a putt pros practice for hours, slightly uphill and dead straight.
Yes, getting hot here just before the turn. That's birdies now at 7 and 8. And he'll move to 4 under. Now to hole number 9, 501 yards. It's a par 5.
Yeah, we finished with the third par 5 on the front 9. You're just going to come through those sort of shoot of marvelous trees that define this fairway. Just avoid the right side. Something down the left side is going to open up the second shot.
swing you want to break down and study. Perfect tempo on the backswing, club head pointing to the target, and then just an explosion through impact. Very well done. Got every bit of that through all the way there and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. He's got a beautiful canvas to putt from here. This for an eagle. That would have been a good one to convert on. Instead, that'll be left for birdie. Okay, his fine flight continues. He is dialed in as the short birdie putt here gets him to 4 under for his round.
Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We are back on this beautiful day here at Banff Springs in the Canadian Rockies. Set to kick off all the action on the back 9. The 10th begin with a par 3, Frank, 218 yards.
And I have no idea why this is called Little Bow, because over 200 yards, you really have to bow up with this tee shot here. That's for sure. Bending there, you need something that comes out of the gate very, very straight and with a decent height on it as well if you want to land on that left side of the green and make it stop.
And now our co-leader with problems here off the tee. That ball going to settle down into the thick stuff. So that in for par to start this backside. And he'll stay at 2 under. So for our featured golfer, they're right in striking distance, Frank. Only 3 shots off the pace through 54 holes.
Yeah, still a great opportunity, I think, to have a win, Rich. I know it's going to take a really good, perhaps great round to do it, but you're in contention.
So for Frank Nobilo, Notable Gay III, Iona Stephen, and a cast of hundreds, I'm Rich Lerner. You've been watching PGA. EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour bring you the best young talent in the world of golf. From the province of Alberta and Banff Springs Golf Course, live final round coverage of the Canadian Championship. It is the great challenge that all these golfers face, trying to string 4 solid rounds together, trying to best Mother Nature and this course, and trying to beat the entire field as we check the leaderboard. Some good names up there, including our leader. We'll head out to the action at the par 3 13th. And that is going to be tough in there. That is into the heavy stuff. Gonna need to chop this one out. A second to the par 3. Well, Frank, this is a case where a par is going to feel like an eagle if he's able to get this done.
If he can just make it, just make this putt, then just like run to the next tee.
Not quite on line, and that'll drift a couple feet by. Okay, that one finished off. It is a bogey here at unlucky number 13. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par.
Back here at the par 4 14th, and we are ready to tee off. 442-yard hole, Frank.
It's called a wampum. My Canadian's not that good, so I don't know what that means, but the way I decipher it, another little dog leg to the right with bunkers all over the place. They're sort of in the place where you'd like to hit the tee shot is exactly where that crop of, what is that, 5 bunkers down the left side. So you're going to have to somehow squeeze it just right of that. Very awkward tee shot.
This is turning a little to his left. And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grass. This is really exciting. Out there looking for that first professional victory on the Korn Ferry Tour. In contention late on a Sunday final round. Nota, you've been there, you've broken through. What do you, in fact, learn from a situation like this?
Well, it's a 2-part situation, Rich. The first is believing that you have the ability to go out there and execute and finish this thing off. And the second is just dealing with the nerves and the pressure that go along with these big moments. And being able to handle both of those components as you work through the final round is an essential part to putting together that winning recipe.
One thing's for sure, he's going to have to hit this one with some pace, traveling uphill much of the way. Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he'll remain at 2 over par.
Now to the 15th tee, and Frank, this looks like a fun shot to hit.
It won't play its full yardage because of that elevated tee, but a good one out here. We might see one of those 350, 360 plus yard drives.
I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect and a good result as well. This is when the game is fun, Frank, when you get one high in the air and you have a down breeze and you just watch it stays in the air forever.
Yeah, the hang time on that.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15. And he'll stay right where he is. Moving on to number 16 now. It's a par 4, 414 yards. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
It's another hole that'll favor a nice sort of high draw off the tee. It'll set up that second shot to a green that has got several different levels on it.
Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. This is why you practice these shots from under 100 yards. You've bombed your drive. Now it's time for the touch shot. Zip one in there close. Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot. Okay, didn't want to let that one get away. It is a par here at 16, and he'll remain right where he is.
Just 2 holes left here at Banff Springs, and Frank, another par 4. This one short, 374 yards.
It is. It's named Sarsi, which is a tribute to the Indian tribes here in the First Nations of Canada. So just think about that when you're teeing it off here on what is not an overly difficult par 4.
All right, in the fairway. So after the big drive, this, a short approach to the par 4. Well, it's on, but that's going to make things difficult from there. This one's going to need to carry some pace with it. A long one for birdie. Back up the slope. Look at this putt. That is something special right there. From that far away to gauge that speed, that is so well done. No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And he'll stay right where he is.
Well, here we are at the final hole here at Banff Springs. 578-yard par 5, and Frank, a chance to finish the round with a flourish.
If you're one of the fortunate to hit this fairway, it's very reachable, but well protected by bunkers, left, right, central bunkers as well. You really have to be aware of 2 things, the wind direction and exactly how far you can carry that tee shot if you want to find this fairway.
Ooh, some big drives today. That might be the biggest of the bunch.
Frank, this is a pretty important shot. Second here to the par 5 18th.
That's a great tee shot now. The opportunity in front is well, delightful, really. A good second shot here. Chance for eagle.
Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5. but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
We turn to Nota Begay III for this look at birdie.
And if you've ever used a putting mat as a holiday gift, this is the putt. Slightly up a hill and dead straight.
Oh yeah, bottom of the barrel for birdie here at 18. And this will be a final round score of 74. So for our featured golfer, Frank, in the mix much of the week. It'll be a top 10 finish, but maybe a chance to rue a few missed opportunities.
Depends how you look at it. I agree with you. Definitely some missed opportunities, but there's enough good there. So how do they show up next time, though? I think that's the key.
Till next time, for our entire cast and crew, I'm Rich Lerner. This has been a presentation of EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. So long, everybody.